up, guys? It's your boy D Diddy171 here, playing some Halo 4 on Exile. So I just got done writing some notes on this PS4 press conference, and I'll here to give you a summary of it. I would make more videos on maybe the specs and all that stuff, more in depth, and how they're going to use this technology and all that stuff. So let's get down to it. Well, it was a pretty cool intro in this press conference. It's really nice. Uh, the work on the PS4 we know now started on the early days of the PS3. We know that now, and they did reveal the system specs. It is PC-like, which is completely different than the cell architecture. So it'll be a lot easier for developers to make games. We know it has an x86 CPU, probably 64-bit too. Uh, a PC-like GPU graphics processor with a GDDR5 memory, and that's kind of like high-end PC. Towards that end, we have 8 gigabytes of memory, and that usually solves the problem that the PlayStation has had, because they always had shorter RAM with their against their Microsoft competitors, which makes it a little harder for game developers to create their games. And it comes with a hard drive, just a regular old hard drive. And the CPU and the GPU are on one die, which makes it an APU, which that technology we know is owned by AMD, so we're assuming that this processor is an AMD type processor. They did reveal the controller, and the controller is called the DualShock 4. It's pretty much like the DualShock 3, but there's one huge difference. There's a touchpad on top of the controller, where you can just move it around a little bit and move around the game. And also it has a little light sensor, which if you move the controller around, you can see everything. Just like viewing a car, and I'll talk about some of the games they demoed with that. To do this, they had a little stereo bar which tracks the light movement, all with tracks the light movement of the controller, which is really cool. It's Wii Light, but it's to the next generation. It's the next generation. One of the biggest things that came out of this press conference is that with the PS4, is that there's the suspend resume. There's like when you quit your game, you have to boot it up, you got to save it. But with the PS4, when you turn off and then when you turn back on, you start immediately right at the start of the point where you stopped, which is really cool. It's probably the next evolution of gaming now, which is it's really cool, and it might usher into newer technologies, maybe for the PC or maybe for game developers too. Download. When you let's say you download a title from the PlayStation Network, your game is immediately available to play. We have, like, when you download a game or a DLC, you gotta wait and all that stuff. But once you start downloading, part of the file is immediately available to play. So you start playing, and it downloads while you're playing it until it's complete. So that's really cool. That's a really nice. Another thing that they introduced is that the interface, like sharing video. You can share video through, you can record the gameplay and upload it directly to, to YouTube and to your friends and all that stuff in a social media. So that's a really big step forward. So looks like maybe the Hardpog HDPR, which I'm using right now, might go obsolete pretty soon, but who knows. Another big thing they announced is that you can stream other games. You can live stream to your friends via a tablet. They showed the Android tablet as one that's supported. I don't know about iOS, but it'll be really dumb if they don't support that, because there's a lot of iOS devices out there. You can live stream your game directly onto your friends' tablets, and if you get stuck, you can. People can message you saying, well, do this, like, get this key, and that's really nice. And another thing is that, if you're stuck on a level, your friend knows how to get past that level. They can remote control the game through their console, and then get it passed for you, which is really really cool. You know, there's like games like Dark Souls and all that stuff, which is extremely hard, and games like that can really really benefit from a system like that where other people can help play with your game, help play your game if your game's a little too hard for you. You know. Uh, Another thing is that the interface with the PS Store, they can also predict your next game purchase, which is really, really cool. You know, it's kind of like the Genius thing. Maybe just for them to make more money. I don't know. Big thing is that they're going to the cloud base, which a lot of developers are going to a cloud based computer gaming like Gaikai. Uh, it like when your friend buys a game, it'll give you a message that you will that your friend bought this game. Do you want to play it with them? You want to buy it with them? Which is it's cool, but you know it's kind of like another way for them to make money. And also you can spectate live stream games while you play them, and also you can pull post comments like that. And also you can directly Ustream. You can use Ustream to live stream your games directly from the PS4. And that's really, 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 really cool. But the one big thing that came out of this press conference is that PS3 titles are not natively compatible with the PS4. And that's kind of a really big downer. But they decided to try to make every game from PS1 to PS3 available through their online store. It'll be more, I think it'll be like Steam, you know, they can run like specials and all that stuff, like $10 for maybe Heavy Rain or something like that. And it'll be kind of cool, you know, because you don't have to have all those discs laying around and all that stuff anymore. You can just directly download it to your hard drive. We don't know if we don't know if it has an optical disc yet, but I'll get into that later. The PS Cloud service will be released in phases, which is, you know, eventually, you know, when they first come out, it'll probably just be generic, you know, download games, and then they'll kind of get the ball rolling after that. They demonstrated some games. Their Guerrilla Games. They demonstrated Killzone Shadowfall, which looks really cool, you know, and Evolution Studios Drive Club, which makes you, it's like putting yourself in a race car, and then you can compete with friends and all that stuff online. It's like an open world experience, which is a really cool idea. That's one of the games that's on my radar. David Cage. He guy who produces Heavy Rain, which is one of my favorite PS3 games. They showed like the lifelike faces, and you could see the emotion of like an old man's face. And I don't know what kind of game they're going to use for that. I think they're making one for the PS3, but I don't know about the PS4 yet. Another thing is that one big thing is 400 developers support the PlayStation 4, which will be really really good. You get a lot of games and all that stuff. Capcom they demonstrated their Panta Ray engine, and it's called Deep Down. Their new game. And Square Enix, they're creating a game, and they're not gonna we know it's gonna be Final Fantasy, but it's not gonna be announced until E3 this year. So just keep in mind that. Ubisoft, they're producing a Watch Dogs, which is like an open world game where everything's controlled by a smartphone, which is a really really sick idea. It's really cool. They pretty much, that's another game that's on my watch list. And my last watch list is Activision and Bungie with Destiny, which is like an RPG FPS. It's like a first shared world shooter, which is really really cool. It'll probably be out for the 720. So, and the release date, they did give a timetable for the release date. It's coming in the holiday of 2013. But another big thing that came out of this press conference is that they haven't revealed the console itself yet. So that's probably going to be revealed for 2013, like E3 of 2013. So what do you guys think? What do you like? The PS4? Would you buy? And also rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.